What's up everyone, welcome back to the MMA Dance. Today we've got a wild mix of MMA news. Paddy Pimblett getting called out, heated rivalries boiling over, fighters airing frustrations, and the entire community going in on the UFC Heavyweight division. Let's dive in. First up, Paddy Pimblett might have been caught in a bit of a fib after Ilia Topuria's stool from the UFC White House event sold at auction for a huge $13,700. Paddy posted a photo with what looked like an identical one, captioning it, "collector's item." The MMA world assumed he bought it to troll Ilia, but the real buyer, Jessica, stepped forward with full receipts from the UFC collectible store. She bought it specifically so no one like Paddy could use it against Ilia. She even showed the order details on camera. Classic fan dedication? Or next-level trolling prevention? What do you think? Was Paddy just joking around? Next, Belal Muhammad broke his silence on kicking Colby Covington at the post-ref press conference. Belal said Colby's constant trash talk about fighters' families pushed him over the edge. He doesn't mind talk about himself, but family is off limits. Colby fired back, calling off their wrestling match due to Belal's unprofessionalism and comparing him to an animal. Still, Colby praised Arman Tsarukyan's insane wrestling strength after their match and had some mixed words for Ben Askren. Meanwhile, Garry opened up about the worst-case scenario against Makhachev, getting held down for 25 minutes in a boring grind. He also shared a funny story about his mom writing a letter urging him not to chase the Conor McGregor path and stay in college. Abdelaziz clapped back hard at Ian's comments, pointing to his recent record. Plenty of fireworks here. Michael Page is still frustrated with the UFC. Coming off solid wins, he's stuck with a lower-ranked opponent because top guys won't step up, and this is his last fight on his current contract. He wants big names to negotiate a better deal. Chael Sonnen backed him up on social media. On the positive side, Magomed Ankalaev sounds recharged and confident for his return against Bogdan Guskov after dealing with injuries. Dustin Poirier had strong advice from Michael Chandler. Retire, especially if thinking about moving up to welterweight at 40. Sean O'Malley is patiently waiting for his next title shot. UFC updates keep rolling in. Michael Morales may have leaked a potential next fight against Shavkat Rakhmonov. New bouts for Noche UFC include Kelvin Gastelum versus Yui Belgarui and Tim Elliott versus Edgar Chairez. Tommy McMillen is pushing hard for a spot after his big win. He even had to sit with cops at weigh-ins to avoid a backstage brawl. Michael Bisping called him a future star. There's buzz about Tommy versus Aaron Pico next. Cameron Smotherman had a rough outing in Fury FC after his UFC release. In the middleweight division, Dricus du Plessis dominated Khamzat Chimaev's teammate, but a trilogy with Sean Strickland looks unlikely. Fans and analysts like Daniel Cormier aren't hyped for it. DDP's coach shut down weight cut excuses for Khamzat. Brendan Allen called out DDP, but a matchup with Nasruddin Imavov or others might be more realistic. Who do you want to see Strickland face next? Finally, the MMA community is going off on the UFC Heavyweight division. With Jamal Hill visibly bulking up, fans are comparing it unfavorably to the juiced eras of Overeem and Brock Lesnar. Comments like Roy Nelson would be champion here and concerns about drive and shape are everywhere. It's a sad state for the division that once had massive stars. What happened to the heavyweight talent pool? That's all for today's MMA news. Which story stood out to you most? Drop your thoughts below, like and subscribe for daily updates, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.